Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Out of the gun, the running back has him. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Hawkins under pressure. Now flip it out to the back of the screen. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Makes the tackle at the 32, but he was backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hawkins throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And with the pick six, touchdown Ducks!
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick six.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, did enough to get a drive going here. Flush to the left. On the move, he fires. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throwing catch for the first down?
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Hawkins to throw for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Drag to the ground, not before. He's converted to 4th down.
receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Mustangs have this offense rolling.
Let's go.
Poulsen. Got some green grass. Brings it to the open. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Rush right in his face. What an abject disaster by this guy. Running around, never threw it away, and finally forced out of bounds. Big loss forced by the D.
And you really need your quarterbacks, man, to understand, like, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, like, give it up, get north-south, throw the football away. You can't just turn, run out of bounds, and take that big loss.
It's gone. Down he goes.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Throwing Hawkins. Touchdown Mustang. Quick strike through the air for the score.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. Coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive. He was able to turn the page and show you a short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit. This offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little cruise for you.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. In the backfield, it's Hooks. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Just feeds the running back. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. they've got a first down here to open the period. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Hooks. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Dante Moore. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position to force the incompletion.
They've got the ball in midfield, but they're facing a third and long. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing on some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Ball sitting right at the 50-yard line, and they'll go for it on fourth and long. More to throw for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49. Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal.
Me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a first and 10. They'll give it to him again. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hawkins. Back's got it on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. And that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's first down. Quick give, it's Davis. That hole closed quickly, a pick up of 1 to the 15.
The defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They
think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to work guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was in that last one.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Misses badly on that one.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The kick is on its way. Looks it in at the 40. There he goes. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing, Hawkins. He'll take a shot. They'll get him stuck just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll dial up the line on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another player.
They've moved him forward to the 2, now in second and goal. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on third down? Trying to barge their way in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing more. He'll pull it down and run. Flies to the ground, picks up the first down and avoids the hit. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there,
He tries to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Long way to go on second down. Moore to the air. Whip it out to the back on the screen. A whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up
change, and they'll spot it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
On the gun, it's Davidson. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
One more snap coming before halftime. Ready. Right back to the well. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Give us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connor. You know, EA Sports College Football.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's lead off with the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on the number 16 team, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And it's Nevada with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like a better team.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That first drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive on? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for them there.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Out wide, it's Moore. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Straight ahead, it's Davison. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Ready. Booster, booster. Go.
Here's more to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Left side, it's good. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
22. Check, check. Check. Go, go.
It's inside. It's Davidson. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10, and hoping to put together a productive drive. They'll try the counter. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Davidson. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Hauls it in. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll ride him again. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, run into the field.
In the gun on 3rd down. Moore. He'll try to do it himself. That's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Very close to putting a bow on this. Who gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Might as well run him again. Ball down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. They'll run it. Drop immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Dante Moore. Max got it on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point in the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And they've converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Moore. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the 1st down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And the Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Hawkins. Fumbles to the tight end. There to make the tackle by the big throw is good enough to give them the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Dumps it to the back. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they got it at the 33.
Man, it's nice to have a weapon like that. A receiver playing running back. A guy that you feel so comfortable with that you can slip him out of the backfield, let him run that angle. He sticks his foot in the ground, creates separation, and makes a big play for this offense. Nice versatility by the running back.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. He'll be dropped.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
3rd and long right here. Throwing Hawkins. He's going to run it. He stopped at the 27-yard line, needed a little bit more to pick up that 1st down, and now they have a decision to make.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got it. 1st down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
2nd and long here. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Michael Hawkins on the play action. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
54!
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Ducks now what will they come up with on this second down play? Can the D deny them on second and goal? They go play action with Hawkins. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
What a costly fumble. You're in a situation where I'm almost guaranteed points or an opportunity for points to win this football game, and now you're going to be begging for your defense to somehow hold on, make a big play, come and bail you out for fumbling that football.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Quick give. It's Davison. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that's the luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have one left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Moore. Looking long. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Moore will throw. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Throwing Moore. Look out. And to get rid of him quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of him.
Obviously, that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
Here we go. Ready. Ready to go.
From the gun, it's Davison. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 15 seconds left.
And nice job on this defense, really being physical at the point of the attack. There's not a lot of holes, man. They run the ball on back-to-back plays. Aggressive, just playing downhill. Nice job on the D-line, opening the line of scrimmage. And now they got him in a situation where this is what they want. 3rd and long, guaranteed passing situation.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45.
Ready. Ready, five. Ready, five. Ready to go.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, this quarterback is dynamic, and it's because of his speed. You see it in the run game, but also when he decides to extend the play, scramble, and just buy himself time. Defense can't keep up with him as he's able to find that completion for the first.
Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside, it's Davis. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. He got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.